Let's talk about a weak contact hitter. Before we talk about the hitter, let's talk about how long does it take to process multiplying 3-digit numbers. My hand is the one on the left, and the math specialist is the hand on the right. You can already see he's basically done, and I'm still on the first line. And as I continue on, it's taken me a while to process this 3-digit number multiplication problem. Okay, so I'm still working, and if you see that guy on the right, he already finished his problem just by using one line. As I'm wrapping it up, there you go. The reason why I show you this is because the guy on the right has a more efficient way to process information. You can look him up. He's got a YouTube page called Brain Development. It should be very obvious to you. The brain specialist processed the problem much faster than I did. And this is what elite hitters do. They process information faster. Look, I've been inside this hitting culture for over 30 years. I know it's hard to break away from always looking at swing mechanics to try to find your answers to help your hitters hit better. Do swing mechanics matter? Absolutely, but it's not the motor that's driving elite hitters. Okay, so it's not the swing mechanics that's causing the weak contact, then how about vision? Is vision causing the weak contact? So you go get your son or your daughter new glasses. They got 20/20 vision now. And guess what? Even with brand new glasses, they still have weak contact. Now, as a researcher, you have to be honest with yourself. You've made provisions to fix the vision problem, and they're still experiencing weak contact. Okay, then so what's next? How about timing? Let's work on this. Let's choreograph our movement with the pitcher. Let's dance with the pitcher. When he lifts his leg, I'll lift my leg. When he starts taking the ball out of the glove, I'll start loading my leg. You go to the game, and you still get weak contact. You even look at the video, and you say to yourself, gosh, even my timing has improved. What's next? Till we get to the deeper issue, the deep answer, let's review. We tried fixing our mechanics. We did that, we improved our mechanics, and we still have weak contact. Next, we got a new pair of glasses. We got new contacts. We did things to improve the vision, and we still have weak contact. Next, we did more things to improve our hitting timing, and we still didn't get better. Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize. There's one more thing we didn't discuss. We need to try out. It's the gadgets. You try the virtual reality goggles. You try the special sunglasses that has the strobe lights inside. You try the computerized programs where you look at a laptop and you watch a pitcher throw a baseball. You use all these gadgets, and you know what? You are still a weak hitter. So let's go back to the beginning. Remember that math problem the guy on the right solved so much faster than I did? What separates you from being an elite hitter, from a good hitter to a mediocre hitter, is this: how well and how rapid can I process the information, the data about the ball? And what data is your brain trying to process rapidly? The ball speed, the ball space, and the depth the ball is passing through. People tell me, Dave, come on, you're getting too complicated. I do a lot better when I just don't think. I just let it happen. And then I say, oh, really? You just think. You just let it happen organically. Oh, you're just in this flow state where you're not thinking about anything and you're just letting things happen. You just react. I'm sorry I didn't mention this one earlier, but it is a viable option that people talk about where they just get to a flow state and they can just react better. Okay, so let's consider this option. So you get into the batter's box, and for the last 2, 3, 4 at bats, you've been in this flow state where you're just going to react, and you still have weak contact. There's not too many scientists or researchers talking about this data, are they? So if it's not the flow state that makes me hit better, then what is it? That brings us back to processing. You see, the mathematician who figured out how to process this 3-digit multiplication problem, he knew there's certain rules. He knew how to line up the ones column, the tens column, the hundreds column, the thousands column. So here's the point I'm trying to make, that if we understand how elite mathematicians format and configure math problems, if we understand their patterns of doing it inside their head, is it teachable to mathematicians who are just average or even mediocre? He knew how to format it. He knew how to configure it quickly. So if we know these patterns, we can teach them to other people. Likewise, if we understand the patterns, how elite hitters format information, can we teach it to good hitters or mediocre hitters? Absolutely. And to get your son or daughter out of the rut of constantly being a weak contact hitter, they need information how to format the ball faster. This is a very detailed and delicate element to teach hitters. It has been ignored and undervalued in our hitting community for decades. So here's the good news. I have compiled all this information that's going to teach your son or daughter how to format the ball faster, how to process the ball faster, how to calibrate the ball's speed, space, and account for its depth it's passing through on our online hitting course, the 6.0 Best Hitting Drill Ever. The 6.0 version is our most up-to-date research and studies. If you want to pay a little bit extra, I will come and work with your son or daughter in your hometown. Another option you have is come work with us face-to-face at our indoor training facility in Anna, Texas. Any way you want to look at it, just realize this. Your son, your daughter, they're worth the investment. They love this game and their playing clock is ticking down. Together, let's help them to be the best players they can be while they're still young. I'm Dave Kirilloff with the Kirilloff Baseball School in Anna, Texas, and thelanguageofhitting.com. And come on, one more note. Blessed is the man who follows Jesus Christ.